Before we proceed with our live Tamiya Mini 4-Wheel Drive Racing action here on DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 this November 17, 2025 as we start off our second half of the month and our penultimate week of this month as well. For now, we will now have a moment of silence to pay one last tribute and offer a little prayer for the soul of for the departed soul of Madam Rosa Rosal, former Red Cross chairperson and of course isang hindi lang artista, isang marangal na lingkod bayan. Ito pong si Rosa Rosal na matagal na muno sa Philippine National Red Cross before. So for now, due to her sudden passing, we will now have a moment of silence just to pay one last tribute and offer a little prayer for her departed soul. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, broadcasting to you live inside DPAT's laboratory at Barangay Anonas in the city of Ordinera, the province of Pangasinan, the Republic of the Philippines. This is yours truly, Don Patrick D. Padigalar, your host, racer, marshal, producer, and director, all in one package, all at once, bringing you all the Tamiya Mini 4-Wheel Drive racing action once again as we start off our second half of November 2025 as well, our penultimate week of this month, right here on DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 live on DPAT TV. Yosh! Hello mga kadipat and good afternoon to all who are watching this live stream right now. For those who will be watching anytime here on DPAT TV, Don Patrick Aguilar on YouTube. Yours truly, Don Patrick D. Aguilar here. Proudly bringing you another set of Tamiya Mini 4-Wheel Drive racing action coming your way in just a few moments here on DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 as we start off our second half of November 2025, our race day number 5 of the scheduled 8-rounder of this month. And yun nga po, sa atin passing sa sunod-sunod na pagpanaw, yung yung nabalitaan natin from last week. Yun nga po, una po ay si Manong Johnny, the late great Senator Juan Ponce in relay. And also the former Red Cross chairman as well, Miss Rosa Rosal, at the age of 101 and 96 respectively. Unfortunately nga po ay nagsipanaw po. So we wish both of them eternal rest in the eternal rest with the Lord as well, and perpetual and prosperous peace of their departed souls as well. Nadalangin po natin sa may kapal, yung kanilang mapayapang pagbabalik. Mapayapang pagbabalik at walang katapusang kapayapaan ng kanilang mga kaluluwa. Yan. Doon sa langit. Yan. So, yan. Alulungkot nga lang ng balita. Pero, siyempre, life must go on with or without these people. Pero siyempre, tumatak talaga sa ating mga Pilipino yan. Yung mga nabanggit ko pong pangalan kanina. Si Juan Ponce Enrile, at si Rosa Rosal, of course. Alright, so yeah, moving on from that sad news from last week. Dumiretso na tayo sa ating rekta na tayo sa ating DTL SMC Season 2. This race day number 508. As we start up our penultimate week and second half of the month of November 2025. But before we proceed with our race day number 5, magbalik tanaw po muna tayo. Let's throw ourselves back first as we make a recap. As we make a recap of our previous Run and Gun Wednesday action last November 12. In our previous edition, we got Yuzny Cosmos, Escolta, Cosmo Atomica, Zeta Ferreira, T-Mac Avatari, and Stargate battled it out in the 21 races of the single round robin. And after those races, we got a perfect first time in a long while in the history of DPAT's Tamiya League. Yan, napakatagal na bago nangyari ulit itong perfect 12 para kay Zeta, sweeping the elimination round with a perfect 12 points. Lahat panalo, all green marks. Talo niya lahat ng anim pang kalaban at the end of the 21 races in the single round robin. Followed by Cosmo Atomica in far second with 7 points. Then, pumangatlo naman sina Escolta at Stargate, yung dalawa pang pumasok sa ating race ops phase. Wherein, yun nga po, nagtabla sina Escolta at Stargate at 6 points apiece. But si Escolta ay nakakuha ng higher seed, third seed, instead na si Stargate simply because of the number of wins. 2 against 1 in favor of Escolta. Escolta got the third seed, Stargate got the fourth seed. Ayun, so yun yung mga naging final four po natin. Puro mga Super 2 chassis ang nakapasok ng ating semifinals rounds sa ating race ops. And isang FMA yung nakapasok sa final four. So in our semifinals matchups, we got Zeta versus Stargate and Cosmo Atomica versus Escolta. In our semis 1, Escolta got the edge against Cosmo Atomica, coming back to the championship race once more. Pangatlong dikit na balik sa championship race nitong si Escolta. Matapos talunin si Cosmo Atomica. On the other end, Zeta was lost. Actually, si Zeta natalo naman ni Stargate. Surprisingly, Stargate nanguna na nga, nag-stabilize pa, natalo pa niya si Zeta in 6 laps. Walang re-race po na nangyari the entire Run and Gun Wednesday edition po natin. Wala po tayong naging re-race o last car standing. Wala po talaga. As in, rat-rat. Kung rat-rat. Yung nangyari dun sa ano na. Kaya nga sinabi kong Run and Gun Wednesday, naturalmente, rat-rat ang rat talaga. So we expect a better performance from that. On that note, yun nga, yung mga naglaban, yung mga lower seeded cars sa championship race, yung mga top 2, yun naman ang naglaban sa race for the bronze. Zeta versus Cosmo Atomica in the race for third championship race matchup was Escolta versus Stargate. So sa race for third, nanalo naman doon si Zeta, nakabawi kay Cosmo Atomica in 6 laps, and Cosmo Atomica unfortunately fell short over Zeta, and eventually Zeta got another aggregate point added to its total tally after finishing third place, that is. And in the championship race, Escolta versus Stargate was the matchup, and after 2 or 3 laps, Stargate was unable to manage speed and stability. Yun, tumalsik dun sa loob ng racetrack, dun sa lane changer, dun na siya buti na nga lang dyan sa loob tumalsik. And eventually, Escolta was able to cruise to the finish line with ease and eventually winning the championship. Finally, bridesmaid no more itong si bridesmaid no more itong si si Escolta after 3 straight championship race stints. Finally, nakuha rin sa pangatlo, third time sa Lucky Charm at last for Escolta. Crowned as champion of that November 12, 2025 race day. So yung mga podium finishers po natin, Escolta as champion, Stargate as silver awardee, bronze awardee was Zeta. So it was indeed a total domination for the Super 2 chassis machines. So sila ulit ang kasali, itong top 3 na puro Super 2, sila yung kasali ulit sa ating race day number 508. Ngayong Manic Monday Lunis Malinis edition ngayong November 17, 2025. By the way, before we proceed, let's greet a happy birthday today to the President of Philippine College of Science and Technology in Nalcian, Calasiao, Pangasinan. We got Madam Lourdes S. Fernandez, to President Lourdes S. Fernandez, to the school president, happy birthday today. And may God bless you always even more. And of course, more birthdays to come, more happiness to come. At umasa po kayo na magiging mas mapayapa pa ang pagpasok ng ating mga estudyante Yan sa Phil CSP, Kalasya. O shoutout as well to Phil CSP, Kalasya. Also, belated happy birthday to Mama, to Dina Charo Hilornelia Almonte. Belated happy birthday last November 15. Also to Maria Ruby Aguilar Andaya, belated happy birthday yesterday, November 16. Alright. So without further ado, let's proceed right away with our second half. We start up right away with our second half of November 2025 here on the Pat's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 as we move forward to the second sa second half ng ating buwan. Once again, Don Patrick D. Paragala with a call here on DTL SNC Season 2. Yung mga kotse po natin, yung mga kasali na auto, nandito na po sa mesa ko. Doon na po sa mesa nakalagay. So, yan na nga po yung ating i-feature natin. So, without further ado, let's proceed right away with our race number 1. We now feature the Orange Agents Cosmo Atomica and Papa Roach starting this Manic Monday festivities here on DTL SMC Season 2. This November 17, 2025. So, nandun na po sa, dito na po sa aking likuran. Right at my back. Here. Nandun na po yung ating mga yung mga pang-entry natin kasi wala na po. Tsaka nalinis ko na kasi last weekend yung aking working table. So, I have to sit down here so para mas madali ako makapahinga lalo na pagod pa po from Robinson's Kalasyaw race yesterday. So, maganda, mas mapapahinga pa ako ng bahagya. Now, alright, so as we begin our second half of the match here on DTL SNC Season 2. We now have Cosmo Atomica taking on Papa Roach in our first race. And in this matchup, Cosmo Atomica will start at lane 2. And Papa Roach will start at lane 1. Again, Papa Roach at lane 1, Cosmo Atomica at lane 2 as their respective starting lanes as we kick off our Monday festivities here on DTL SNC Season 2. With this race number 1, it's the matchup between the Orange Agents. Mga Agent Orange ang magkalaban. Ready, set, five. Good. First course off, Makarot. Draw game. Draw game. O at least talagang lumilipat na. First call sa Papa Ron, so siya yung unang lalaban ni Escolta. So first time, it's actually I think the first time na makakalaban ni Escolta si Papa Roach mamaya. So I'll just write it down. Tama-tama. Pwede natin isulat yung pagpunta natin dito, yon race number 2. Ganun. Draw game. Then even sa wikang Kastila, empate. Empate. Yung sa Spain, sa Spanish, ang Spanish term po, o Latin term for draw is empate. Victorious, it's a win. If it's a loss, rotas. Rotas. Alright. Ganun yung, kaya ko rin kasi magsalita ng Kastila kahit konti. Alright, race number 2, we got here Zeta taking on Avatari. Alright, race number 2 here, Zeta taking on Avatari, and in this matchup, Zeta will start at lane 2, Avatari starting at lane 1, identical with this color as well, which is blue. Again, Avatari starting at lane 1, Zeta starting at lane 2 in this race. Number 2, Alimaw to. Officials timeout. Officials timeout. Patay. Biglang nagloko. Nani. Wait, ko na lang. Ay, officials timeout. Wait lang. May nakalimutan ang inyo kong lingkod. Kaya pala. Officials timeout, may nakalimutan pala akong ilagay. Buti na lang, nandito si Tima. Dito ko na po nilalagay yung mga auto ko kasi malinis naman na po yung aking working table. Because my working table is already clean. Nalinisan ko na po. Dito na lang sa right side ko na lang yung marumi. So, yan na lang yung natitang marumi. For now. Kaya pala ayaw sumindi. Nakalimutan ko na pangalaman. Nani! Nakalimutan ko. Wala na palang makina. Kaya pala ayaw umandar eh. Kaya pala ayaw umandar. Wala palang makina. Bigla na pahinto eh. Buti na lang yan. Buti na lang nandito lang ako sa likod. Iikot na lang ako balik. Pag may mga pit stop, automatic, iikot na lang ako. Iikot na lang ako dito. Yan. Naka-working table. Pwede pang kumuha ng dumi. Yan. Alright, race. Repeat of race number 2 one more time. Ready, set, bye. Draw game. Draw. Draw. Last call stop. Race for third rematch. Race number 5. Rematch na sana. Race for third. Okay, yung mga animal racers na. Yung next nating magkalaban sa ating race number 3. Alright. Draw. First course out. Avatari. Avatari versus Kyo. Race number 3 tayo. Alright, race number 3. Shoutout sa nanonood. Thanks so much for dropping by here on DPAT's Tamiya League live stream on DPAT TV. Race number 3, we got here Stargate versus Zenaku. So it's a battle of animal racers in our race number 3. And for this matchup, Stargate will start at lane 2. Zenaku starts at lane 1. Again, it's Zenaku starting at lane 1 and Stargate identical with its color starting at the red lane or lane 2 in this race. Number 3. Ready, set, bite. Percio, target. Go. Hinihina ko na nga lang, ganun pa rin. Stargate Avatari next. Draw. Draw game. Percio Stargate. Race number 4. Alright, race number 4 right away. We got here race number 4, Escolta taking on Paparoch. It's a Zeta versus Escolta rather, taking on Paparoch in our race number 4. So, first, I think that's the first time in DTL history that Escolta will face Paparoch. And in this, I don't know, I think nagarap na pala sila last time. I think nung game 3, game 3 yata nag-race na sila against each other. So, second time, only the second time for this month. At least, to say the least. Okay? So in our race number 4, it's Escolta versus Paparoch, wherein Escolta will start at lane 1. Paparoch starting at lane 2, rather pareho palang dipihit, sorry. So 4 na dipihit pala yung kasali ngayon sa ating race day number 5 of 8. So in our race number 4, Escolta starting at lane 1, and Paparoch will start at lane 2. Once again, Escolta here at lane 1, and on the other end at lane 2, it's Paparoch in this race number 4. Ready, set, bite. First toss out. Good. Good. Penultimate lap. Final lap. Good. Draw game. Draw. Draw game. Last call start. Hindi pa mangyayari yung yung finals rematch. Hindi pa, not yet. The rematch from the previous championship race, not yet. So it's a draw between Papa Roach and Escolta. 2 points for Papa Roach. Papa Roach per CO. Final lap na sana ni Escolta na dali pa eh. Tawag! Race number 5. Inom muna pala. Okay, race number 5. Race number 5 will now feature a rematch from the previous race for the bronze. It's going to be Zeta taking on Cosmo Atomica in our race number 5. And in this matchup, Zeta will start at lane 2, Cosmo Atomica starting at lane 1. Again, it's Cosmo Atomica starting at lane 1, Zeta starting at lane 2 in this race number 5. Ready, set, fight. Party nyo, Cosmo. Okay. Yun yung nagiging problema niya eh. Sumabit dun. Sabit dun eh. Chokoy! Chagoy! Sumasabit lang dun eh. Dahil dito nabibitin siya eh. Nabibitin yung talon. Bitin! First course sa Cosmo. Oh, tapos na. Set na. So yun ang race 1 kanina eh. O race 6. Lagyan na natin. Avatari versus Target in our race number 6 later. Okay, so I'll just tabulate first. Let's first tabulate the result of race 5. Zeta Cosmo with the first EO. Puro tabla sa ngayon ha. Race number 6. Race number 6 will now feature Stargate versus Avatari. Alright, in our race number 6, Stargate taking on Avatari. It's a traditional red and blue rivalry. Red versus blue rivalry here. In our race number 6, wherein Stargate will start at lane 1. Avatar is starting at lane 2, so that's contrast, that's opposite their respective colors, ang kanilang respective starting lanes. Stargate starting at the blue lane, or lane 1. And at the red lane, that's lane 2, it's going to be Avatar in this race. Number 6. Ready, set, light. Akan! Paragabagadong! Paragabagadong ang yumbang-rumbang gining-ning-ning-ning-ning-ning-ning-ning-ning-ning-ning. KO! Hit! Stargate nakatama. Bogoy! Kaya napatalon si Avatari. Bogoy! Desaraction derby! Desaraction derby! Ang nangyari doon sa ating race number 6 with Avatari winning over Stargate by a hit. Avatari won by hit over Stargate. Hit yon, hit. Hit, reverse triangle, first hit. Stargate Avatari, yan. Win. Avatari won by hit, kaya nagkatamaan sila. Panalo si Avatari by a hit. Winner. Loser pala. Loser na. O kasi kanina, last score stop eh. Tama, race 5 o, last score stop o, race 6, loser. Loser, so si Stargate ang lalaban sa race 9. Si Stargate lalaban sa race number 9. Official time out, Stargate, natanggalan tayo ng gulong. Official time out. By the way, we acknowledge the Brickyard Macari for this t-shirt that I'm wearing right now. Yung Philippine Cup for this year. Ginanap dun sa Robinson's Place, Pangasinan sa Calasiao. In the municipality of Calasiao, Pangasinan. Alright. Sige. Hindi na natin napatan na natin ng ball painted para hindi basta-basta matanggal. So, tapos ito. Yeah. Okay. So, si Target kaharap kay Cosmatomica sa race number 9. Alright. Race number 7. Tama ba ito? Yes. Okay, race number 7. Alright. Time now for our race number 7. Escolta takes on Zenaku in our matchup, in our race number 7. Wherein Escolta will start at lane 2, Zenaku at lane 1. Again, Zenaku starting at lane 1, Escolta starting at lane 2 in this race number 7. Ready, set, bite. Off, no hit. No hit, no hit. Good. Biglang malumala yung takbo niya rin, oh. Ay, na-jeans ko, sorry. Sinabi ko lang malumala eh. Droge, pinalas. Sinabi ko lang malumala eh, biglang biglang timbang. Aray. Droge. Last course out si Zenaku. Zenaku last course out, kaya siya ilalaban si Apatari mamaya. Kaya ako na kagad yung pang race number 8 natin. First course out, si Escolta. Biglang lakas kasi yung baterya eh. Zenaku. Okay, race number 8. We'll proceed right away with our race number 8. It's the Battle of Insects in our race number 8. The Spider Zeta taking on the Cockroach Paparoch. Alright. So, gagamba laban sa ipis ang ating race number 8. And in this matchup, parehong dipihit. So, I have to sit down for a little while. So, for this matchup, it's going to be Zeta starting at lane 1. Paparoch lane 2. Again, it's Zeta here at lane 1. And Paparoch at lane 2 as their respective starting lanes in this race number 8. Magandang laban to. Ready, set, bite. Sabi ko na eh, hindi tayo. Okay, still good. Ayun, first push out. Zeta. Okay, Drogel. Drogel. Dalag. Tapos na yan. Zeta na susunod. Zeta na susunod dyan. Yan. Okay. Kasi si Papa tapos na siya dyan eh. Sport kanina eh. Drogel. Ay, race number 9 na pala. Pwede ko na si Takik kasi Cosmo. Drogen, sayang, ang ganda na sana. Nag-imbangan lang parehas. Zeta Paparoch. Sinong red? Sinong red dito? Zeta. Surprisingly, si Zeta ang first course out. Alright, race number 9. Race number 9 will now feature Stargate taking on Cosmo Atomica in our race number 9. And in this matchup, it's going to be Stargate starting at lane 2, Cosmo Atomica starting at lane 1. Again, Target at lane 2, Cosmo Atomic at lane 1 as their respective starting lanes in this race. Number 9. Ready, set, bye. Good. Good. Adukin! Okay. Target ahead. Pinapilip lang. Ayun lang. Final lap. Good. Ayun lang. Doggy. Embang pa. Akala natin, panalo na. Naging talo pa. Aray ka. Aray ko pa. Again. Ano to? Last score, first score stop. Go game. Uy, ano pala? Race number 10. Then ako Avatari pala next. Draw game. Stargate Cosmo, Stargate Percy. O sayang, ang ganda sana ng takbo ni Stargate, hindi lang na-control yung bilis eh. Malas. Cosmo, patapos din na sana eh. Nadali pa. Aray ko. Chokoink! Race number 10. We got here. Yun, nasa dulo na pala. Race number 10, we got here Avatari taking on Zenaku. Yan, maganda ito. VS versus AR. Sa ating race number 10. And for this matchup, Avatari will start at lane 1, identical with its color, which is blue. And Zenaku will start at lane 1. Again, Zenaku starting at lane 2, Avatari starting at lane 1 in our race number 10. Ready, set, bye! Good. Good. 3 seconds. Penultimate lap. Final lane change. Tingnan ng hina. Final lap. Okay, winner. Crescent wave. Crescent wave. Chokong. Crescent wave. Zenaku victorious over Avatari. Crescent wave. Tugug. Nabasag din ng Drokers. Basag din ng Drokers sa wakas. Sayang na 3 seconds lang si Avatari. Ganda na sana eh. 4 points. Zenaku so far having 4 points. Loser, winner. Ay, kaya naman pala eh. Officials, time out. Ito na lang. Palit ng palit na lang ng roller. Officials, time out. Zenaku, natanggalan ng kanang roller. Kaya pala eh. Sa bagay, if any part of the car is deformed or if any car falls off, if any part of the car fall off the track, it may still continue. Huwag lang yung takip. Pag takip, yun na considered force out. Force out. That's according to my own rule here o house rule ko yan. Parang Manila Bulletin lang. Kung may natanggal na roller, bumper o gulong, okay lang. Pwede natin patuloyin yan hanggang mahinto na siya. Pero hanggat hindi pa nahihinto, tuloy lang ang takbo. We'll just keep running. Okay? So that's just the rule. You know the rules, there is no rule. Good luck. Sabay ganun eh. You know the rules, there is no rule. Good luck. Kaya pala eh. Okay. Championship, rematch. Hindi pa pala. Escolta Stargate pala yun, yung championship rematch pala, sorry. Hindi pa pala. Yun, tama, Zenaku. Correct. Okay, race number 11. Race number 11 right now, we have here Escolta, the Shining Scorpion, taking on the Big Spider Zeta. So it's a fluorescent pink versus fluorescent yellow in our race number 11. super two rivalries here. And for this matchup, we have here Escolta starting at lane 2. Dahil higher seed, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. The next race, lane 1 naman yung higher seed. So in our race number 11, it's going to be Escolta starting at lane 1. Zeta starting at lane 1 rather. Zeta starting at lane 1, Escolta starting at lane 2 pala. Alright. Again, Zeta starting at lane 1, Escolta starting at lane 2. In this race number 11. Ready, set, fight. Good. 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 Get up and up. Final lap. Winner. Yo. Winner. Buti na lang. Buti na lang, malapit lang ako. Kaya nga dito ako pumuesto eh. Just in case na dito, just in case na dito po yung nag-imbangan, at least matatakbo ko mula dito. Tatakbo lang ako doon kabila. Konting akbang lang, sold. Kaya walang hit. Zeta winner. Alright. Okay, Zeta winner against Escolta. Dito pala. So, Escolta first loss. Biglang nagmamaw kasi. Sayang, ang ganda na sana. Kala natin, embang eh. Rick. Siya na to. Teka, ano ba to? Loser. Winner. Ay, hindi. Stargate nang hihintayin ni Stargate nang hihintayin dito ni Zeta mamaya. Dalawang assignment na lang yata si Zeta eh. O tama, dalawa na lang. Stargate, Senapo na lang yung natira. Tapos si naman, sino pa yung may 4? Wala na. O, siya pa lang may 4. Okay, race number 12. Okay. Stargate, Papa Roach. Good. Okay. Race number 12, we got here Stargate versus Papa Roach. So it's a race between the limited edition car kits. It's a Merlion edition taking on the Slash Reaper clear orange special combined with red. Combined with red special. Actually kasi naka-MS po siya. Alright. Combined siya, parang fused limited edition car kit itong si Papa Roach. Nagsanib kasi yung 94899 at saka yung 95219. If I'm not mistaken, 95219 yun eh. 217 ba yun? 219. Tama, 219. 95219. 18 kasi yun eh. Alright. Race number 12 po natin, Papa Roach versus Stargate. So parehong defeat pala. So kailangan kong ilapag. And in this matchup, is going to be Stargate starting at lane 1 dito. And Papa Roach will be starting at the other lane, which is lane 2. Again, Papa Roach starting at lane 2, Stargate starting at lane 1 in this race number 12. Ganda laban to. Ready, set, bye! Maraming yaho! Ayun! Abot na! Maraming. Hindi, wala. Draw. Draw talaga. Draw talaga. Pumimbang si Papa Roach na una, tapos after 1 second si Stargate. So, draw. Draw po talaga yun, draw. Draw na talaga yun. Walang hit. There was no hit. Yung nangyari yung hit after draw. Tama. Nangyari na yung hit, umimbang na si pareho ng imbang. Nagtulome si Papa Roach, tapos nagtulome meaning nag-wrong way. Tapos si Stargate, umimbang na doon sa bouncing straight. So, therefore, draw. First score sa Papa Roach. Yun ang hatol dyan. PRSG. Dito siya. Draw yun kay Papa Roach. Remaining assignments for Papa Roach, Avatari, Zenaku. Yun yung mga natirang assignments niya. Papa Roach, Stargate, draw. First course out, Papa Roach. Cosmos din ako, meron na ba? Wala pa. Okay. Race number 13. Race number 13, we got here Cosmo Atomica versus Aku. And in this race number 13 is going to be Cosmo Atomica starting at lane 2, identical with this color, which is red. And Zenaku will be starting at lane 1. Once again, Zenaku starting at lane 1, Cosmo Atomica starting at lane 2 in this race number 13. Ready, set, fight. Yan, Bandang laban na rin ito. Ayun pa. Net. Adugin. Net. Good. Okay, nakulamit. Final lap. Winner, tumapos din. Hindi, umubra yung present wave. Nag-backfire. Nag-backfire ang crescent wave. Kaboom! Cosmo Atomica winner. Alright. Nag-backfire ang crescent wave. Disin na ako, bogoy. Yeah, that's what you call sports entertainment for you, mga kadipat, mga kaditir, at mga katamiya. Siyempre sa Dipat Tamiya, hindi pwedeng puro karera lang tayo. Siyempre, maglagay tayo ng kahit konting comedy, minsan konting drama, minsan ganyan. You know, that's sports entertainment, you know. Nag-crescent wave. Race 18, race 14 pala. 14 na, no? Tama. Tama, race number 14. Fourth assignment for both. So, remaining assignment for Cosmo Atomica, Escolta, and Avatari. Ito, yung maglaban ngayon sa race 14. Yun yung mga remaining assignments si Cosmo Atomica today. Alright, so let's bring it on with our race number 14. It's Escolta versus Avatari in our race number 14. And in matchup, Escolta will start at lane 1, Avatari starting at lane 2. Again, Escolta starting at lane 1, Avatari starting at lane 2 in this race number 14. Ready, set, fight. Good. Good. Avatari ahead. Iyon. Dali. Lana, 3 seconds. Good. Penultimate lap, Becky, kung matabilis yung Escolta yung ano niya. Final lap, medyo napatugtog doon. Winner, ayun, nagkino. Ayun, nagkino. Ayos. Medyo sumasabit doon sa ano no? Doon sa bandang, I think dito. Doon sa bandang third, bago siya pumunta na Ponzi Street. Pero at least na kaya. Escolta winner. Alright. Escolta named after a certain place in the city of Manila. Isa sa bahagi yun ng Maynila, yung Escolta. Sa Escolta doon nakalocate yung Central Escolar University main campus. Na ang tawag sa kanila, sa varsity team nila, ang tawag sa kanilang varsity is Pink Scorpion. So that's why I call this Escolta. Itong shining scorpion na hawak natin dito. Alright. So, mas mapatari ka sa pala, no? Tama yan. Race 17, di Escolta siya kasi ang post. Correct yan. Correct. Escolta 1. Loss. Avatari loss to Escolta. Na 3 seconds lang. Buti nga, hindi yung tumatalsik eh. Hindi ka tulong kay Stargate sa sobrang bilis, talagang talsik. Chopoink! Tapon. Tapon, hindi champion, kundi tapon. Aray. Ito, semifinals rematch na po tayo sa ating previous semifinals rematch sa ating race number 15. It's going to be Stargate versus Zeta. Ayan na. Stargate versus Zeta. So let's see kung makakabawi ngayon dito si Zeta against Stargate in the last semifinals meeting na isahan si Zeta, itong si Stargate. So let's see here in the rematch here in our race number 15, if Zeta can settle the score against Stargate. And for this matchup, Stargate will be starting at its own color, which at its identical color, which is the red lane or lane 2. And Zeta will start at lane 1. 2 versus 3 kasi ito. Again, Stargate starting at lane 2, Zeta starting at lane 1, and our rematch from the previous race up matchup in this race number 15. Ready, set, fight! Patay na, boy! Okay! Ay, lang! Good! Penultimate lap! Final lap! Good! Winner! Okay? Winner! Zeta finally settling a score against Stargate Binawian. Binawian ni Zeta si Stargate. Alright. Nakabawi din sa wakas. Final assignment for Zeta will be against Zenaku. On the other end, Stargate will have its final race for the single round robin against Escolta. So, rematch from the previous championship. Mangyayari na mamaya. Okay, so waiting siya dyan. Waiting siya dyan mamaya. Officials time out ulit. I-retract lang yung ano. I-retract lang yung gulong. O tapos sana na lang. Bahala na ako magpalit mamaya. Pero after the race na lang siguro. Pagpalit na lang niya sa game 7 possible. Kung matatanggal lang maaga. Let's see. Sa ngayon kasi medyo malabo na siya makapasok. Possible. Posibleng hindi na siya makapasok. Next. Tama ba yun? Zeta is called, Stargate at saka si Zeta, yun. Race 16. Tama ba yun? Paparot, Sena ko sa dulo. Ayun. Ito sa dulo. Okay. Race number 16. Race number 16, we got here Paparot versus Zenaku. Alright. So magiging mamawan tong race number 16 natin. And for this matchup, Paparot will start at lane 1. And Zenaku will start this time at lane 2. Again, Paparot starting at lane 1. Zenaku starting at lane 2 in this race number 16. Ready, set, fight. Good. Good. Tumakto na, tumakto. Penultimate lap, finally. Final lap. Good. Crescent wave! Crescent wave! Kaboom! Crescent wave! Tugum! Buti na lang nagtino. Zenaku victorious over Paparot. Alright. Red kay Paparot. Final assignment for Paparot, Abatari. While Zenaku has Zeta as its final assignment. Yun, nakadalawa. Nakadalawa. Zeta, final assignment. Paparot, final assignment. Abatari. 17. I think si Cosmo Atomica, meron pa ata siyang isang laban. Ewan ko. Tingnan natin na si Escolta rin out. Tapos si Stargate yun last. Tapos Zeta, Zenaku last. Cosmo, meron pa nga si Cosmo na isa. Cosmo Avatari. Oh. Tama, Cosmo Avatari pala. Cosmo Avatari. Si Avatari ang mayroon pang dalawang laban pala. Oo. Pwede rin. O tapos, Avatari Papa Rochlet. O tapos, Avatari Cosmo last. Pwede. Pwede. Sige. Race number 17. Tama ba? 17, 18, 18. Nalagay ko na pala lahat eh. Okay, race number 17. Last 5. Aha. Last 5 races in our single round robin for today. We got here Escolta taking on Cosmo Atomica in our race number 17. So in this matchup, Escolta will start at lane 2, Cosmo Atomica lane 1. Again, Escolta starting at lane 2, Cosmo Atomica starting at lane 1 in this race number 17. Ready, set, fight. Easy. Hadouken! Sabi ka na eh. Drogen, sabi ko na bibitin eh. Sabi ko na bitin eh. Sabi na nga ba eh. Sabi ko na nga ba eh. Sabi ko na bitin eh. Sumakto, Drogen. Sabi ko na eh, Hadouken yan eh. Drogen. Ay hindi. Escolta pala, first course up, nabitin. Bitin siya eh. Nay, sorry. Escolta draw. Yan. O tapos yun, last talaga yun. Tapos si Cosmo, ang last niya, si Avatari. I see. Wait. Tama. Avatari last. Okay. Race number 18. Okay. Penultimate assignment ni Avatari. Last na naman ni Papa Roach on the other end. Alright. Race number 18, we got here Papa Roach versus Avatari. Yan. So in our race number 18, it's going to be Papa Roach starting at lane 1. Avatari at lane 2, so that's opposite with their respective colors. Papa Roach starting at lane 1. Avatari starting at lane 2 in this race number 18. Ready, set, bite. Ay, kapay. Draw. Sorry. No hit. Draw. Draw. Draw game. Draw. Papa Roach, Avatari, draw. So, Papa Roach, 5 points. Tapos, first course out si Avatari. Pero si Avatari, at least may isang panalo. Cosmo Avatari last. Okay, race number 19. Let's proceed right away with our race number 19. Zeta taking on Zenaco. So, it's a battle of blacks. It's race between the blacks in our race number 19. And for this matchup, Zeta will start at lane 2. Zenaco starting at lane 1. Again, Zenaco starting at lane 1, Zeta starting at lane 2 in this race number 19. Pareho pala na suot ko, which is that. Ready, set, bye. Malayo. Penultimate lap, penalty finger. Good, final lap, umayos din. Okay, winner. Tako. Alright. Zeta closing out this elimination with a victory over Zenaco. Alright. So Zenaco lost, ending its campaign with a loss, while Zeta will add one more win to wrap up its elimination round campaign with a total of 9 points. 9 points. 9 points siya. Alright. Penultimate race. The much-awaited rematch from the previous championship race. Ito na po sa ating race number 20, penultimate race of the day in our elimination round. Before we go out, we move on to the race ops. It's going to be Escolta versus Stargek. Alright. So in our penultimate race of the elimination round, race number 20, it's a rematch from the previous championship race. Set Escolta versus Stargate. So in this matchup, Escolta will start at lane 1. Stargate identical with its color, starting at the red lane or lane 2. Again, Stargate starting at lane 2, Escolta starting at lane 1 in our rematch from the previous championship race here in our 20th and penultimate race of the elimination round this Manic Monday edition. Ready, set, fight! Paglalabot! Okay, good! Good! Penultimate na, pwede yan. Okay lang, if you continue, okay. Final up! Ay, doging pa. Malas. Malas na tropa. Tatapos na nga lang, tropa. Aray ko. Aray ko po. Tatapos na nga lang, tropa. Ano kaya yun? Okay. Sayang, just when we thought Stargate was about to clinch that payback against Escolta, but unfortunately to no avail, out of stability, first force out pa, inabot ni Stargate. So both cars will end their respective campaigns in a draw. Alright, last but definitely not the least, our race number 21 will feature Cosmo Atomica versus Avatari. Alright. In our 21st and final race of the elimination round, Cosmo Atomica taking on Avatari, wherein Cosmo Atomica will start at lane 2, Avatari will start at lane 1. So that's identical with their respective colors. It's going to be at the blue lane for Avatari and at the red lane for Cosmo Atomica as their respective starting lanes. That's respectively lane 1 and lane 2. In our 21st and final race of our elimination round this Manic Monday edition. Ready, set, bye. Hadouken! First up. Good. Penultimate lap. Final lap. Ay, yun lang. Okay. Aray! So both cars will end up their elimination round campaign with a draw. Alright. So iwan ko na doon sa mesa ko yung ating mga auto. So that wraps up our 21 races in the single round robin. So it's time now for us to finalize the tally. Alright. So let's just finalize the tally here. So, sino ba yung first course up doon? Cosmo. Cosmo, di ba? First CO. Alright. So, as we move into our quick break, quick short break, mga kadipat, mga kadetail at mga katamiya, mga kababayan. So, for now, we'll have a short break while doing that, commercial break. During that commercial break, i-finalize na po natin yung tally and then i-finalize na natin yung race off cast, yung final four na papasok sa ating race off. So when we come back, it's the final decision, final judgment going to our race offs, then semi-finals races, race for third, and the championship race, all these and more when DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 returns after a short break. Stay tuned! Alright mga kadipat, mga kadetail, mga kababayan, mga katamiya po natin dyan sa anumang panig ng mundo. Don Patrick D. Aguilar here for our continuing coverage on our live stream on DPAT TV. Don Patrick Aguilar on YouTube of our DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2. So we have already finalized our final forecast. So the top four finishers after the single round robin has been made. The final decision has been made. We now have our race ops cast. Pasok. Puno na po yung bus papunta sa race ops natin. So, okay. So at the end of the 21 races in our single round robin today, we got Zeta topping the charts with 9 points total. A trio of wins and draws actually. So it's a triangle of wins and draws, tigatlong panalo tabla po yan, a total of 9, topping the charts, followed by Cosmo Atomica 7-point output, 1 win, 5 draws. 5 tabla, isang panalo. And then, sa 3 and 4 positions, tabla. May nagtabla sa 3 and 4 positions, Escolta and Zenaku, with a total, with identical 6-point total, 6 points total. Pero ang pinagkaiba lang nito, although tabla man sina Escolta sa Zenaco dun sa kanilang matchup kanina, ang nangyari naman number of wins. If we determine the number of wins, Zenaco rather in favor of against Escolta 2 against 1. So 2-1 in favor of Zenaco. Therefore, Zenaco garnering the third seed. Escolta defending its title is still alive with a total with the fourth seed and we'll move on to the race ops with as the fourth seed pala, the fourth and final seed going to our race ops today. So unfortunately, sina Avatari finished 5th, Papa Roach finished 6th, and Stargate dead last. So 5, 6, 7 respectively yan. So unfortunately, maaga silang mamamaalam at papalitan din na Timac, Avatari, Unicosmos at ni Ferreira in our Run and Gun Wednesday edition on November 19. Yan. So, yun yung nangyari. So, buo na po yung semifinals cast po natin. So, semifinals matchup is going to be like this. Cosmo Atomica versus Zenaku in our 2 versus 3 matchup. 1 versus 4 matchup will be Zeta versus Escolta. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, mga kadipat, mga kadetail at mga katamiya and all the Tamiya Mini 4 drive racing fans around the world. Here now is our race ops. Yan. Our Manic Monday race ops for today's edition. Let's start off right away with our semifinals number 1 featuring the second seeded car Cosmo Atomica taking on the third seeded car Zenaku. Alright. So, it's Cosmo versus Zenaku. The first time they met today, Cosmo 1 over Zenaco. So, tingnan po natin sa ating semifinals number 1 if Zenaco can make a payback over Cosmo Atomica. So, in our semifinals number 1, Cosmo Atomica will start at lane 1. Then, Zenaco will start at lane 2. Ayun. Kasi kanina, lane 2 ang higher seed. So, therefore, in this case, carry over po yan. Lane 1 naman ang higher seed. So, semis 1, race for the bronze. And then, lane 2 naman for the second semi-final and championship race later on. Alright. So, again, Cosmo Atomica starting at lane 1, Zenaco starting at lane 2. So, lilinisin ko na lang kung kay Zenaco dahil masyado siyang mabagal. Ay, baka tumalbog pa, mahirap na. Konti lang, slight lang. Alright, I have to sit down for a little. Alright. So, mga kadipat, once again, Don Patrick Dipat Aguilar here for our continuing coverage of Dipat's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 this November 17, 2025 as we are ongoing with our second half of action this November 2025. So, in our Game 5, we'll now proceed right away, ladies and gentlemen, with our race ops, beginning with the semi-finals, number 1. Alright, medyo ano pa. Okay, semis 1, begin. Ready, set, fight. Penultimate lap. Final lap. Winner. At least tumaban. Yun nga lang talagang masyadong mabilis si Cosmo Atomica. Cosmo Atomica was just too hot to handle. That's just too hot to handle for Zenaku. Itong si Cosmo Atomica. So it's going to be Cosmo Atomica returning to the championship race and trying to add 2 or 3 points on its total tally of only 1. So far, Cosmo Atomica currently has only 1 point this month. So it's a chance to go 3 or 4 later on. A total of either 3 or 4. As Cosmo Atomica beats Zenaku in their semi-final duel. Alright. Semi 2, right away. It's a race between the Super 2 chassis machines in our semi-finals. Number 2, as Zeta takes on Escolta. 1 versus 4 matchup respectively. And in our race number 2 of the semi-finals round, it's going to be Zeta starting at lane 2 and Escolta starting at lane 1. Teka, ano pala, mag-finish pala ako. Magdumi. Parehas liter kasi ito, kaya magdudumi ako. All that load, magdumi ako. Sorry. Dito pala. Okay. Yun din, si Zeta, ganun din. Kasi parang mabilis tong dalawa. So hindi natin alam kung we'll never know until we try. Siyempre. Alright. Dragon's Breath activate. Alright. Sabay nagbuga na nga po eh. Boromog! Kung merong edit yan, pwedeng AI yan eh. Biglang na tapos biglang na-ikubos di oras mamaya. Kaya lang, bawal na po yun eh. Bawal na. Unfortunately, DQ na yun sa bawal na yung mga AI generated na yun na video. Kailangan yung talagang raw na lang. Kung hanggat maaari, wala na lang sound effect, wala na rin music, background music, wala na rin ano. Kung magsa-sound effect, bahala na tayong gumawa. So, we just have to be as more creative as possible. So we just have to be more creative this time around in our content. We are in all of our contents we are uploading on YouTube and even on Facebook as well and all other social media platforms. Again, moving on, Zeta starting at lane 2, Escolta lane 1, 1 versus 4 kasi. Alright mga kadipat, mga kaditian, mga katamiya, and all of our Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing fans around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this Rambo start in our race number 2 of the semi-finals round. Ready, set, start! Yun lang. Diba? Penultimate lap, final lane change ha. No. Final lap, sakto lang yung talon eh. Lagun. Last Wednesday, it was race for the bronze. This time around, Zeta and Cosmo Atomica will take another shot at destiny today. Zeta beats Escolta, the erstwhile defending champion Escolta. Going to our championship race, muli silang maghaharap ni Cosmo Atomica sa ating championship race this time around. Last Wednesday sa race for the bronze sila naglabanan. Pero magiging mas ma-action na ito come the championship race later on. Dahil sila ulit ang match up later on. So, race for the bronze na tayo right away. So that we can finish early. I think we can finish this early bago magdilim before it's actually sunset already here in the Philippines. Right? So, in our race for the bronze, is going to be for the third seeded. Actually, yung Zeta at Cosmo Atomica, mga top 2 yan eh. So, pasok. So, it's a traditional top 2 matchup. Yung bottom 2 matchup sa Final Four, sila naman ang race for the bronze. Zenaco taking on Escolta in our race for the bronze. And for this matchup, Escolta starting at lane 1, lane 2 rather. And si ano naman, si Zenaco lane 1. Again, Zenaco starting at lane 1, Escolta starting at lane 2. Yan. Magdudumi na rin ako kasi kailangan we have to put some dirt on my rubber tires. So it's only standard slick tires here. So I just have to put some dirt here. For on the other end, Zenaco doesn't need to have dirt. So far, Escolta has 7. Zenaco has yet to score a point. While Zeta will have the lead actually. Zeta has now the lead back with a total of 8 or 9. So it's either 8 or 9 na yan para kay Zeta later on after this race day. Okay? Yes. Alright. Alright mga kadipat, mga kadikel, mga katamiya, and all Tamiya Mini 4-wheel racing fans around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble here in this race for the bronze this November 17, 2025 here on DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2. First to make 6 laps. Ready, set, bye. Good. Step ahead. Escolta catching up. Running the lead back. Baka ba? Pwede pa yung tito lang natin. Roller na naman siguro. Ay, hindi. Penultimate lap. Final lap for the first point this month for Zenaco. The return race. Alright. First aggregate point. Ayos. Finally, Zenaco scoreless no more. Zenaco finally scoreless no more as it puts itself on the aggregate scoring board with its first aggregate point this month of November 2025 after finishing third. Alright. So, lalagay ko na dun sa podium finish mamaya. O dun sa podium table. So, si Escolta, time out na muna. Or, kasali pa rin naman yun anyway. So, it's alright. May chance pa siya. So, si Escolta, may chance pa siyang makaki-score. Sa Wednesday, pwede pang madagdagan yung niya, scoring output. O, at least boy pa. Abilay ni. Abilay ni Manaya so chance to. Wow. Alright. Alright, in our much-awaited championship race to culminate our Manic Monday festivities today, we have here Zeta, the top-seeded car, going up against the second-seeded car. Of course, this is going to be another epic battle coming up in just a few moments here in our championship race for today's Manic Monday edition, this November 17, 2025, as Zeta takes on Cosmo Atomica once again, this time on a higher level. And for this matchup, Cosmo Atomica will be starting at lane 1, Zeta at lane 2. Again, Zeta starting at lane 2, Cosmo Atomica starting at lane 1. Yung po yung kanilang respective starting lanes. The blue lane for Cosmo Atomica. The blue lane for Cosmo Atomica, yes, it is. And Zeta will be starting at the red lane or lane 2. Alright. Dumi kasi parang matalbog yung mga goma nila eh. They both have stock rubber tires actually. Stock hard tires for Zeta while Cosmo Atomica has stock slick tires. Standard slick tires that is. Alright mga ka-DPAT, mga ka-DTL, mga ka-Tamiya at ating mga kababayan sa anumang panig ng daigdig. and all the Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing fans around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble here in this championship racing culminate our Manic Monday festivities here on the Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2. This November 17, 2025 was to make 6 laps. Ready, set, 5. Aray ko! Talsik na pula sa camera! O yan, relay pa. Okay. Meron pa. Last card. Napura. Napura sa camera talaga. As in literal na napura sa camera, biglang nawala, talsik dun. Sa point. Aray ko po. Aray ko. Aray ko po. Ayan. Dagdag dumi pa. Masyadong matalbog. Dili. So meron tayong relay sa ating championship race. Last car standing concept will be applied here to determine the champion. So maglayad tayo ng dagdag na dumi. Mahirap na. Adjust. Minor adjustments must be done. Tatayo na ako kasi papainals na rin lang eh. Alright mga kadipag, mga kadetail, mga katamiya, and all of our kababayans, our fellow countrymen, and all the Tamiya Mini-4 racing fans across the globe, ladies and gentlemen, here now is our re-race in our championship race. Here, the last car standing concept will be applied to determine the champion. Ready, set, bye. Good. Okay, winner! That's it. And that's it! Ayun, biglang umembang, lumabas. Kanina si Cosmo tumiting na pura sa camera, ngayon si Zeta naman. Buti na lang, lumapit sa akin. Kaya nga dito ako pumuesto eh. Kasi ang final obstacle dito sa bouncing straight. Eh pag lumabas doon, buti na lang masasalo ko kagad. Yan ang maganda. Kaya dito po ako pumuesto eh. So it was indeed a last car standing concept race. Ang ganda ng gitgita nun after how many laps? At least 4. More or less 4 laps. Eh talagang gitgitan yung nakita nating rat-ratan doon. Kaya lang pagdating ng penultimate lap, ayun, tasik! Si Zeta Talsik! Chugug! Siya naman ang nabura sa camera, nabawian. Aray ko. And finally, Cosmo Atomica will emerge victorious as our newly crowned champion for today's Manic Monday edition of the Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 after beating Zeta in the last car standing race. So isang FMA, isang Super 2 at isang BS chassis ang tatanghaling podium finishers for today's Manic Monday edition on DCL SNC Season 2. As we do a quick recap of what transpired earlier today in our race day number 5 of the scheduled 8th rounder for the month of November 2025. So, yung mga naglaban nga, sina Escolta, yung mga nilaro natin, sina Escolta, Stargate, Zeta, Cosmo Atomica, Paparot, Avatari, at si Sinako. They got it out in our 21 races of the single round robin, and after those races, we got Zeta, Cosmo Atomica, Zenaku, and Escolta. Nakapasok sa semifinals round. Zeta versus Escolta in our one semi-final matchup. The other semi-final matchup was Cosmo Atomica versus Zenaku. And sina Zeta at Cosmo Atomica yung nakalusot sa ating championship race. Sina Escolta at Zenako naman ang nalagay sa race for third. And in that race for the bronze, it went out to be Zenako winning over Escolta. Upon seeing Escolta coursing out, and luckily for Zenako, Zenako was able to cruise to the finish line with ease and eventually winning its first ever aggregate point this month of November 2025 for Zenako. And on the other end, Cosmo Atomica was able to beat Zeta in the last car standing race. Nagkaroon po tayo ng re-race sa ating championship race. And in that re-race, unfortunately, nung una si Cosmo Atomica yung unang nabura sa camera. O ngayon, nung re-race naman sa last car standing, si Zeta naman ang unang nabura. Nabura sa camera, literal. Tsoko, tumalsik dun sa bouncing plate. Aray ko. Ayun. So, after that last car standing race, which ended in the last car standing actually. So, it's Cosmo Atomica finishing the job as the newly crowned champion for today's Manic Monday edition. So, champion si Cosmo Atomica. Ito na yung mga podium finishers po natin. Si Cosmo Atomica as champion, Zeta as second placer, and Zenako third place finisher. Yan. So, update tayo sa aggregate scoring na natin kasi nasa second half na po tayo. So, it's Cosmo Atomica with 4 points on aggregate after winning the championship. And on the other end, Zeta right now having the lead back with a total of 8 points after finishing second. And puro mga second place pala. Yung inabot pala ni Zeta rito, puro mga... hindi, may dalawang second place. Dalawang second place, isang champion at isang bronze. So, total of 8. Isang third place. So, total of 8 po yan. So, Zeta now in the lead with 8 points total. Followed by both Unicosmos and Escolta tied at second with 7 points apiece. So, maglalabanan ulit yan sa Miyerkules. Itong sina Unicosmos at Escolta, yan, magtutuos ulit yan sa ating Run and Gun Wednesday edition natin on November 19, 2025. And Zenako after finishing third with its first aggregate point this month. So, ang scoreless na lang ngayon, yung kambal na Aero Abante at si Papa Roche na lang ang hindi pa po nakaka-score. Alright, so that will do it for our live Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing action here inside DPAS Laboratory at my residence here at Barangay Anonas in the city of Ordaneta, the province of Pangasinan, the Republic of the Philippines. Once again, ito po yung DPAS Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 live streaming on DPAT TV Don Patrick Aguilar on YouTube. So for those who are still new to this YouTube channel, please like, follow, share, and subscribe to DPAT TV Don Patrick Aguilar on YouTube for more of Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing action live streams and some documentaries. And also, soon yung mga shorts naman ang ilalagay ko po rito sa aking content. Ayan. May nagre-request ng ilagay yung mga winning highlights. So, na content. So, alamin na natin yan. Igagawan din natin ang paraan yan after this season 2. After season 2 na lang po. Siguro mga pagpasok ng 2026 na lang. Alright. So once again, Don Patrick T. Paragular here for now signing off. Thanking you so much to all who watched and whoever who will watch anytime on this live stream every Monday and Wednesday here on DPAT TV Don Patrick Aguilar on YouTube every 4 p.m. At 4 p.m. onwards yung ating DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference. So once again, I remind everyone to stay safe and healthy, avoid negative vices, especially drugs, and all other negativities around you. Protect yourselves from all those negativities at all times and at all costs as well. Once again, Don Patrick D. Paraguilar here, leaving you a pleasant Lunes Malinis afternoon to all of you. Almost evening already here in the Philippines because it's already 5:32 in the afternoon. And as always, never forget to pray and be thankful every day to God. For God is good, God is almighty, God is great all the time. As always, to God be all the glory and honor. God bless all of us, God bless our beloved Maharlika nation, and God bless the entire world and all of us Filipinos across the globe. And like I always remind each and every true Filipino across the globe, love the Philippines no matter what the crisis. Mahalin po natin ang Pilipinas at sama-sama po tayong bumangon muli at ipakita at ipagmalaki natin sa buong mundo. We have to show it to the world that we are all true Filipinos. Tayo ay mga tunay na Pilipino. Isigaw na malakas ang ating panalo. Shout out our victory to the world. And taos puso at taas na with all our hearts. and keeping our heads high kahit kanino. Para sa mga manlulupig, hindi tayo pasisiil, lakad matatag, anumang delubyo ang dumaan. So, mga kadipat, mga kaditil, mga katamiya at mga kababayan and all of the Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing fans around the world, this has been another presentation of another Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing action here on DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2. Once again, Don Patrick D. Paraguila here saying shukran to Senta for watching another live stream here on DPAT TV. God bless always, everyone.